Hi folks, it's Tuesday, August 31st. Once again, you can either do all of your DMR and Spiral reviews at once and then watch the video to check your answers, or you could do it one problem at a time and then check each problem. All you have to do is pause the video at the end of each problem. Remember, this is the honor system. If you have any questions, you don't know how to do something, you need to ask me how to do it before the quiz on Friday. Okay, by that point it's too late. So all you have to do is shoot me an email. If I can't talk you through it, I can call you on the phone. Maybe we could do a quick Google Meet. But you have to take the responsibility as a fourth grader to reach out to me. Just like if you were at school, you'd raise your hand and ask for help, you're going to have to email me and ask for help. Okay? And if you can't remember my email, it is bday@gccschools.com. It's also on the weekly learning agenda. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Which number has one digit that represents 10 times the value of the digit to its right? And then we have to explain. All right, so remember, we're looking for a number that has two identical numbers side by side. And if I look right here, 82,022, I see that one definitely has it. Let's check the next one. 45,897, nope. 12,587, nope. The first number is the only one where one digit is 10 times more than the value to its right. So the 2 in the tens place is 10 times more than the 2 in the ones place. So let's explain. So we have several ways we can say this. We can say 20 is 10 times 2, or we could even say 2 tens is 10 times the value of 2 ones. Okay, so if we had 2 ones and we multiplied it by 10, we'd get 20. Okay, so each day I'm going to kind of flip back and forth on different ways that you can explain this, because remember, we might all explain something differently. All right, let's move on. When rounding to the thousands, 51,376 is between what? Now remember, 51,376. We are rounding to the 10,000s place, which is right here. Don't let that 5 fool you. You're just going to go ahead and write that 10,000s 5 down, because we're not going to do anything with it. We're going to look at 1,376. I'm going to take that 1, and there's my 1,000, and then my next 1,000 would be 2,000, right? So I'm going to write that in. So that means that 51,376 is between 51,000 and 52,000. Now, let's look at the number right beside that 1, and that's a 3. If it is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, it tells us to go down. So that means we're going to go down to 51,000. All right? Student reflection. Remember, this is very important. This is just you stopping and thinking about these last 2 problems. How are you doing on them? Do you feel like you're getting better? Do you feel like you need more work with it? This is where you're going to write your reflection. On the quiz, this would be a -1 if you do not write it out, folks. It's kind of hard to miss this one because it's your opinion. Okay, let's move on to addition. We have to write vertically and solve. Write vertically, folks. You cannot forget that. That's a very important part of this problem. Now, after this week, I'm not going to give you your place value charts anymore. Okay? So, but we'll still have it this week. So I'm always going to start from my ones, and I'm going to copy the problem down. I'm going to put each digit in the place that it belongs. And then 5, 5, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1. And I'm adding. Let's make sure I copied it correctly. 5,458,321. Yep. 1,322,155. Now, if I am writing this on lined paper, okay, I'm not sure, I just saw my thing flashing. I'm not sure if that recorded that whole problem or not. I hope it did. Long story short, line your numbers up, add them. Let's go on to subtraction. Alrighty, we have to write vertically. Very important, folks. That's part of your problem. Write these down. Put each digit in its correct place. So I have 8,754,382. Yep. You always want to go back and check to make sure you copied your problem down correctly. 4,523,182. And I am going to subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. 8 minus 8 is 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. Bring down my comma. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. 7 minus 5 is 2. My comma. 8 minus 4 is 4. Now remember, the answer to a subtraction problem is called a difference. And the difference here is 4,231,200. And remember, when you are writing these without a chart, you have to make sure that you write them neatly. And you are also making sure that you are writing them in between the lines. What tends to end up happening is kids tend to write these great big numbers and they don't line up at all, and then your math becomes wrong. So you've got to make sure that if you were to draw vertical lines, that each number is in the correct place. Okay, let's move on to multiplication. Remember, if you don't know your multiple songs at the top of your Google Classroom, take the time to listen to them. So my multiples of 6 up to 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 60. It's hard to write and sing at the same time. All right, and let's do our multiplication facts. 2 times 6 is 12. 10 times 6 is 60. 6 times 6, 36. And remember, if you get stuck, count them. All right, 6 times 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 48. 6 times 3. 1, 2, 3. 18. If you're doing something where you're multiplying by the same number a lot, write the multiples down and it'll help you. 6 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 24. 5 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 30. 6 times 7 is 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 9 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 54. All right, let's move on to division. Okay, remember that when we are dividing, we are taking a large sum and we are breaking it down into equal groups, but smaller groups. So what you're going to do here, and remember, we're doing repeated. We're going to do the same thing over and over. So you're going to start with that 105, and you're going to take away this 22, or 21, I apologize, 21. And we're just going to keep doing that. 5 minus 1 is 4. I cannot do 0 minus 2. So I'm going to come to my hundreds and borrow 100. That leaves me with 0 hundreds. If I bring that 100 over, I now have 10 tens. 10 minus 2 is 8. Now what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to repeat. Minus 21 again. 4 minus 1 is 3. 8 minus 2 is 6. Well, now what am I going to do? I'm going to repeat. I'm going to subtract 21 again. 3 minus 1 is 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. Well, now what am I going to do? I'm going to, oops, that's not supposed to go there. Sorry about that. I am going to subtract 21 again. 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. Now look, I've run out of room. I'm going to come up here. Now what am I going to do? Well, I'm subtracting 21 again. 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now what am I going to do? Well, I can't subtract anymore. I've got nothing. So now I'm going to count how many times did I subtract 21. This would be how many groups have 21 in it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's 5 groups. So it's 105 divided by 21 equals 5. Now, why would I not count this one when I'm counting my minus 21s? Well, hopefully you said, because I didn't subtract 21 there, that 21 was just my difference when I went 42 minus 21. Okay? And the answer to a division problem is called a quotient. And you know what? I forgot to say that in my multiplication. The answer to a multiplication problem is called a product. Sorry about that. All right, that's it. So be sure to check out the, for today, there is a place value Jeopardy that you can play with somebody in your home or just by yourself. And that's going to help you review, because tomorrow we have our place value. We have our comparing numbers. And our rounding test. Now this is a big one, folks. This is one of those ones that's 70% of your grade. Okay? All right, if you have any questions, email me.